Chris with HobbyKing.com with an exciting product we're going to talk about today. So it's actually our FPV 250 kit, and it was our spec class racer. What we've done is went ahead and updated a few components based off some feedback that we were getting from you guys on the forums. So let's go ahead and go over the changes. The first thing we're going to pull out of this setup is the ESCs. With the release of our Afro 12s in the V3, which are the ultralight series, the weight between these and the 10s was pretty much negligible. So we wanted to, instead of you guys trying to attempt the flash Simon K on the Multi-Star 10s, we went ahead and just popped them in the kit for you. So you get the Simon K Afro 12 ultralight V3s in this kit now. And the other thing we're changing is the motor. In the forums, people were having some issues if they were in a harder crash that the shafts were breaking, and they're having to replace the motors due to that broken shaft. So we went ahead and took a look at the shaft design. We've beefed it up a little bit so it is a little more robust of a motor. It should definitely take any kind of abuse, the same as the frame, up to reason, obviously. So anyway, it's the new Multi-Star 1704. Same part number, just the work was done underneath the hood of this just to make that shaft a little more robust. So just be aware that these are already in the pipeline and in stock. So they're in the kit, and it's the new 1704 Multi-Star. Now, if you guys aren't familiar, let's go ahead and go over the spec racer, and we'll pull this out. First thing we got is the Turnigy 1003 cell milliamp battery pack that is shipped with it. Let's move on to the props. It comes with a single set of props. You get the green and the black that help with your orientation of the multi-rotor. Now also be aware you're not stuck to this prop as far as the spec class is concerned. It's just the one we're including in the kit. We also just negotiated a big deal with GenFan to get in official GenFan props, so those are going to be coming really soon, so definitely keep your eyes peeled for the GenFan 5.3s as we will be releasing those and will be available for this. So let's go ahead and move on to what else is in the kit. All right, one of the things that we included with this is not necessarily a power distribution board, but a power distribution cable set up with 2mm connectors, so you're able to plug the Afro 12s right into it, as well as the motors are pre-wired for this. So it's a plug-and-play kit as far as the motors and power distribution is available on that. Of course, you get the 4 motors. You also, with those motors included, is the 2mm hardware set to the proper length to work with this frame and this particular motor, so that the bolt length isn't too long and get into the windings and damage that motor. So those are in there and available. Also has some other hardware in case you have to use this with a different type of motor. You have those mounting options available as well. Now, one thing that we included on that, since it is an FPV quad, was a small pan and tilt setup on the front. A lot of people are just putting cameras right onto the front, but it is still included in that kit. And lastly, we have the frame itself. This is the FPV 250. Now, if you've been looking at the new items page, you'll see that we released the long frame kit for it, which is just an add-on that creates a little double-decker frame on top of this. That gives you a little more space if you're running full FPV. But if not, this thing is injected nylon plastic, glass-filled plastic. It's pretty much indestructible, as you'll find in the forums. These things are just beat to death and just keep on flying, but it's an absolutely great frame. Super light, about 110 grams on the plastic itself. It includes an upper cage to protect the flight controller. Includes straps for the bottom for your battery, which is included, and of course the plug-in landing gear around the outside of this. So you're getting everything in the box other than your flight controller and receiver to be able to get this up in the air, and of course a charger for the battery on this. It is shipped with mini JSTs, so make sure you have some adapters for that. It's under the related categories. So that wraps this up. This is the version 2 of the FPV Spec Class Racer Kit, which is pretty much everything. All you need to add is your flight controller, receiver. Check it out on the new items page, and as always, subscribe to our YouTube channel. We will see you next time.